Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ash, and today we're going to talk about a game series that seems not to change at all since the release of their first episode. I'm talking about Gears of War, that I played long ago in 2006 on a PC, because Xboxes were a luxury back then, as it is now to be honest. Since then, because the publishers were really clever making the next parts as exclusives for Xbox 360, I never played them. Instead, I played Uncharted on my trusty PS3 at the time. You might ask, why the comparison? That's because without the comparison, the review of Gears 5 will consist of one simple sentence. Gears 5 is the ultimate snowboarding simulator. It's simple. Gears of War for Xbox was the same exclusive console seller as Uncharted was for PS3 and PS4. However, when Naughty Dog always tried its best in improving the technical level of their games, for example, Uncharted 4 was a beast even on a standard PS4 graphically. I don't know how they did it, but kudos to them for that. Storylines and gameplay in general. While the initial episodes of Uncharted were cover-based shooters with puzzles and in-your-face action scenes, Gears of War was simply cover-based shooter on a really decent level. With Uncharted 4 there were added 1. Stealth. Not the greatest one though. 2. Grappling that made platforming more interesting. 3. A lot of mod to flex the graphical engine. With Gears 5, Coalition added semi-open world and a skiff to do some side missions and a drone that can be upgraded in some ways. That's it. The rest is the same old-fashioned, traditionally good cover-based shooter with a satisfying process of killing types of monsters that really doesn't get boring. I feel like the game was supposed to be represented in a Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed style or approach, whatever it is, where a player gets his or her new portion of the same old product with a little twist. However, I do really feel that they could have been offered some new elements to the game. Some puzzles or stealth mission could have been nice, for example, especially taking into account that Gears 5 is being played in a post-apocalyptic techno environment. We could have had some mecha stuff that would have made some levels like Titanfall-ish, maybe. But no, we've got a decent shooting range with bullet sponges as our enemies. That's why I guess Gears 5 won't be innovative so far. And not that it's good or bad, but it's my honest opinion here. The story was okay, I guess. I'm really grateful for the included cinematics explaining what the heck happened in the previous episodes to get some sort of context for the stuff happening with our protagonist. It's Kate, a young girl that finds herself capable of controlling the hordes of Swarm, and this particular episode tells the story of her relationships with guys in big power armors. You might think that it rips off the plots of StarCraft, and I guess you might be right. I did not get the sudden plot twist making you choose the characters that will make it till the end of the game, because it was really sudden and abrupt, and it left the impression of what the hell was that? The plot itself barely reaches the line of being sufficient for traveling from one point to another and shooting enemies in different locations. The side quests, the same. We travel to a certain point on the map, shoot some enemies, return back to the skiff, and repeat. Traveling on that skiff was the most satisfying part of the gameplay. I really enjoyed just riding the snowy hills and sandy deserts, jumping and drifting. It was really so nice. Like, it really was more fun for me in comparison to the actual shooting from time to time. As for the major problems of the game, it is its technical stability and definitely not the traditional loop of gameplay over and over. I personally had to replay certain sections of the game because its autosave did not work properly. I also was capable of discovering transparent walls that I could even use as a cover. The game could stuck randomly in unknown moments, blocking your progress and making you replay it several times, which is not good. The registration of quest stages completion was also improper and incorrect and broken as F, especially in the desert level. I really hope that the devs and pubs will fix this stuff with patches, because otherwise the game will cause a lot of frustration, like it really does already. Graphically, I liked it though. Despite the fact that 99% of areas were lifeless territories that were really interesting to explore, I appreciate the fact that the developers tried their best to include as many details here as possible. For some reason, it left an impression of a Metro Exodus. However, Exodus had much more content inside such smaller maps, creating more activities for the player. Here, we sometimes waste more time riding skiff and looking at Kate's ass running from one point to another. Like, I don't mind though, but the choice of camera position with her dashing was a strange one though. In total, it's a really decent game. For me, it's 3 out of 5, because the shooting is okay, but the lack of versatility is not. The dialogues and characters are okay, but the shallow ending is not. The skiff is okay, but the bullet sponge enemies is meh. The graphics and style are okay, but the technical glitches and bugs are definitely not okay. Still, when the next part comes, I'll be more than eager to play, because there are times when you just want the same product that you know and you want to consume and you don't want any surprises, like whatever. So that's it for now, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment about whether you played this game or not, or whether you liked it or not, and about what should I review next in my future video. Also, I stream on Twitch occasionally, so you can ask me anything live if you catch me there. And now that's it for today, thanks for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.